Hi guys, thanks for being with me today. So today we are gonna get the house ready for putting out the autumn decorations. Now autumn decorations is something that I've recently started doing. I think last year was my first year that I did the autumn decorations, and to be honest, I really enjoyed it. I loved sort of sitting in down here in the living room, because I only tend to do this room and maybe a few things in the kitchen and the hallway, but most of it will be in this living room. And I really enjoyed last year sort of sitting here with the candles going and all the decorations up. So I thought I'd do it again this year. So we've cleaned downstairs, so it's all nice and clean. I've got my box of decorations out. I'll show you that in a minute. And yeah, and then I'm gonna show you what we've got and what we're gonna do with them. So yeah. Now for me personally, I love the look of autumn because I think autumn is pretty. I'm looking straight out into the garden now, and like the leaves on the trees are turning from green to gold, and the reds are coming through and all the browns and the russets. So I love the colours of autumn. I just don't like it. It's too cold for me, too cold. And I suppose that's why I've never really decorated the house for autumn. I always, decorate for Christmas. But last year I really enjoyed it. So let's get going. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you my box of decorations. So I'm still cleaning. So, if you see a bit of a mess, that's why. Okay, so I'll turn the camera around. I've got Bobby sleeping on the sofa there. Yeah. So this is my box of decorations. So what I did in my planning last year, I was trying to be really clever. So some of these decorations I will use. Sorry, this camera's a bit wobbly, sorry. Some of these decorations I will use for Christmas. So most of these underneath here I will use for autumn. And then these garlands I will use for Christmas. But because I knew that I wanted to mix the two, I've put the Christmas garlands on top. So this one is like a eucalyptus garland, which I should definitely be using in my Christmas decorations. And then this one is like a frosted holly, which again I will definitely use as part of my Christmas decorations. So I put them in this box with all my autumn decorations. All of these were also part of the Christmas ones as well, all of these. But I've put them in this box because I know that I'm going to use them with all of these autumn ones. And then when the autumn decorations go away, then I've got the Christmas ones out. So I was just trying to plan ahead for that. And then I'm going to show you the area that I'm going to decorate, which is the fireplace. So I don't want too much. So it's I've already cleared, this is all my stuff here that I had on the fireplace. I've cleared them, I'm going to put them away. But I'm going to put my autumn decorations along the fireplace. I'm going to keep the clock because that's essential. And then I think I will bring back my candlestick holders as well. And then probably put a few garlands and a few things down here. But I will come back and I will show you how it all looks when I've finished the fireplace. And then anywhere else in the home that I decorate. So just bear with me. So guys, here's the first row. And this is using the eucalyptus. I should just say that I got most of these decorations from the Range and Poundland last year. In fact, I think the eucalyptus I got from the Range 2 years ago, because I also used them in the Christmas decorations 2 years ago. But yeah, and then I think I picked up an extra one last year. But most of what you're going to see will be from the Range and Poundland. So again, it doesn't need to be expensive. So I've got this first layer on, and what I love about the eucalyptus is these like tendrils just hanging down. So this is obviously faux, although I am actually growing some real eucalyptus in the garden, but these ones are faux, and it's quite malleable. So you can just twist them and drape them as you wish. So what I've done on the ends here is, because as you see it extends, so I've just bent it over the edge of the fireplace so it sort of follows the shape. So there we go, so it's going to sit nicely there, but also when you come in you've also got a nice view of the leaves and the tendrils falling down there. So that's the first layer, and I'm just going to keep it to one layer of eucalyptus. Okay, so now I'm going to get my second layer of leaves on, so bear with me. So my second layer of leaves are going to be this is the ivy, and it's got like this frosted look on there, which I think is so pretty. I do have two of these, that's my other one, but I think I'm only going to use one and see how it looks. Or the other thing I should say is I've anchored the eucalyptus underneath the clock because I've got cats, and my cats will try and pull this all down. So I've tried to anchor it, and I'll have to anchor it with a few other things as well. But I'm just going to get this the ivy on, and I'll show you. So there we go, guys. This is my second layer, which is the ivy. Now, because the ivy, all of it has been sort of squashed up in a storage box for the best part of the year, I have sort of just taken a few minutes just to tease the leaves out, and just to get them, the shape and getting them standing up the way that I want. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, so that's my first layer, or my first and second layer. So I'm quite pleased with that. And with these two, because these leaves are sort of standing up a little bit, it's making the display look quite full already. And that's just with two layers. Okay, so now I'm going to delve into my box. I'll just bring you over here and show you my box. So I've got all sorts of things in here. So I'm going to pop this other eucalyptus away because I'm not going to use this in that display. But what I am going to use is these gorgeous burnt orange leaves. This is a garland. I got this one from the range last year. I have to say, personally, for me, the range does the best home decoration stuff. I popped in there the other day just for like paint when I was painting my doors, and already they had all the autumn, the pumpkin, and even the Christmas garlands and decorations, and personally no other place can compare. I absolutely both the quality, the price and the selection, the range is a must for me. So I'm going to get this one in, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so there we go, guys. That is really taking shape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop my candle stands back in. These ones, I'm going to pop them back in so that they're going to have to secure the display so it doesn't move too much. So I'm going to pop that one there and pop this one over here. I got these candle holders from B&M a couple of years ago, and they just hold tea lights, the tea light holders. But when they are lit, because of all the sparkle here, it is so pretty. So I'm just going to arrange it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So here we go, guys. That is with my candles in there. So really taking shape. really pleased with that. Now what I'm going to do is get a few more decorations. So I've got these all in the bottom of my tub. So I've got like these were all from the Christmas decorations, but they're absolutely appropriate. So I'm going to include these. I'm going to include some berries, all of these little things. No, I'm not going to include that one. I'm not going to include that because that's more for Christmas. That's a Christmas garland. But things like these I will include. And like these. So yeah, I will show you in a moment. So there we go, guys. I've just popped just a few berries in there. So I'm really pleased with the way that is taking shape. So guys, there we go. That is my garland across the fireplace. That is how it's looking. I've lit the 2 candles and there we go. I'm really pleased with it. Over the next couple of days when the leaves settle, because they are, you know, fabric leaves, then I can just go in and make a few tweaks and adjustments. But for now, I'm really pleased with it. These berries I've just popped on. The only thing I think I would like on these are maybe some pumpkins. So if I'm out and about and I see any fairly cheaply, I will just get a couple of pumpkins and pop it in. I do have another garland and they've got pumpkins in, but I think I'm going to put this in the hallway or maybe in the kitchen. So guys, this is what it's looking like at the moment. So I've put the tea lights on in the candle holder and it's really taking shape. What I've also done is swapped out some of the accessories that was here. So these are staying, my hurricane lamps with the faux candles, the battery operated candles. But here I've swapped out my angels and my Buddha and my large candle because I wanted something that is going to go with the tone of the fireplace. So I've got this sort of beige shell looking ornament. I got that actually from Asda in the sale. I think it was like £1 or something. So, but the tone and the colour works. Then I've got this glass jar. Again, that was in the sale in Tesco's about 2-3 years ago. That was £4. This container, it's like a vintage glass that I got in a charity shop for about £1. And so I've just put some acorns in. So I've got that little trio there. And yeah, I think it works better than the grey. So the tones, I think, are much better. I did think about putting a big candle down here, but then for health and safety, I'm not going to do that because if anything, any of these fall down and it hits the candle, that's a health hazard, danger hazard. So what I am going to do to bring lightness and brightness to this display here is I'm going to get my fairy lights and I'm going to put the fairy lights in here and then I'll be able to switch them on. So bear with me whilst I get that up. So here we go, guys. This is my final fireplace garland display for autumn. So just to go through, we've got these beautiful eucalyptus garland with all these lovely tendrils hanging down. Then I've got some ivy tucked away here, and these ones are frosted, so they just pop through every now and again. And then this beautiful orange garland. Again, all of these garlands are from the range. Then I've got like these berries, acorns, and more berries, more acorns that have fallen off garlands. But these ones, these berries here, I bought from Poundland as part of a collection. I think it was for £1. got my tea lights lit, candle holder, and then just to bring it all to life, I've got these teardrop lights, like fairy lights. These are from Poundland. And I'll just show you what they look like. It comes on a string like this, and it requires batteries, as you can see there. Now I've had these, goodness me, for about 5 or 6 years, and every year I just bring them out and I just drape them around the Christmas tree or on the table. But they are absolutely fantastic for putting into garlands and displays like this, and they're only £1, and then you get 10 on the string, and they do different things as well. So you might have like stars or candles, all sorts of displays, but I like these teardrop ones. So I've put that on, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it, really pleased.